All right, welcome everyone, Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Mashle, Season 1, Episode 12.
Season finale.
Season finale.
We got Innocent Zero enforcers here to go and kill Abel.
Yeah.
Go. Yes, we salute you. Have fun with that.
Damn it, the school is not safe anymore. There's actual people looking to unalive students. We can't have that.
Oh my goodness, yes.
All the other crazy shit that we've had so far, now that's part of doing business. But
that's just, yeah.
But now this is going too far. Think of the children.
Right. There's adults masquerading as children. Well, actually, no. These could just be really, like...
it's hard to tell in anime.
These could be, like, really well-costumed high schoolers.
That's true.
This is possible. But Jean-Pierre, the cannibal... No, that's an adult right there.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
most likely.
Probably.
Bro invoked the actual, like buttering knife,
the fact
power.
The fact that we have someone who has the Gates of Babylon, divine visionary blades of awesome, and then we have someone else who shows up with a bunch of cutlery of comparable sizes to said giant swords that he conjures. All right, yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's
go.
If we thought that these weird Slytherin knockoffs were a cringe in their group name or what have you, let's get our even more cringe, but maybe more adult-sounding name of Innocent Zero.
Yes, right, because
that's what I wrote when I was 16, cringe and edgy.
The problem with it is not the fact that they're doing the cringe thing. It's that they're still doing the cringe thing, right? Because Magia Lupus, hey, if your 12-year-old cringe lasts through a bit of high school, hey, that's happens sometimes, right?
We've all been there.
You find your crowd where you can fit in with that and all that stuff, and then eventually maybe you'll realize, hey, you don't have to do that anymore.
You can grow out of that.
But when you're still doing that as an adult, like a grown-ass adult out in society.
But your name is Innocent Zero. It's better. That's better than Magia Lupus.
That's true.
It's just strictly better. There's no fake Latin,
Right, because how can people accuse you of being murderers or something? You're like, no, but we're literally our business name is
innocent.
Innocent.
Right.
We wouldn't do that if we were guilty.
Yeah, we're incorporated with the government properly. We have a business license. We're an LLC.
But what I am legitimately really interested to see what happens here is what happens with Abel and Mash, because Mash just beat him, but he used restraint and stuff, right? He didn't make it so that Abel wouldn't be able to walk for the rest of his life.
Wholesome good boy, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens when someone's coming to kill him?
True. And we'll see. We just go, yay, and then find Lance, and then right as they walk out the
whoops,
Oh no, they're like, it's Lance, yay!
Sure.
right. And then he doesn't join the yay brigade, and they're like,
he's like, yay. He starts moving over to Abel, and they're like, yay, and then he just pulls out a knife and stabs him 7 times in the chest.
I would just love the idea that they start to do the yay thing, and Lance doesn't join it immediately, and they're like, sus, imposter.
I actually just realized we set up a thing earlier for this to be fine. Mash has the handkerchief. But the real question...
That's true.
The real question, and,
it's true.
Rain might not be able to forgive this if this happens. When it heals someone, does it lose a bunny?
Ooh. Or do all the bunnies, jump out of it and, dance around the circle?
Do we potentially waste a bunny to save Abel? Should the cuteness and happiness of the handkerchief...
One bunny.
...be diminished from this world?
Maybe just one bunny though.
I think one bunny.
Not two. But yeah.
Two,
Yeah.
We've got the hospital for that.
It would be properly ironic to, have a bunny save him when he's like, oh, I was the rabbit all along. And it's like, oh yes, and now we will have one
Now it actually
save
just
you.
the stitching just moves and now it's just got a bunny on his forehead forever. Yeah.
I'd like that. But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
その目に意味を持たせると言ってるんだ。アベル様。マッシュたちがマギアルプスとの戦いに勝利した頃。
Ah.
Wait, we're going back here?
今頃どうしておるかの。
あいつには是が非でも神格者になってもらわんと困る。仕事いいの？仕事より出番だ。
出番大事ね。
Yes, sure. Okay.
Right, just in case we forgot.
Right, this is called Easton Magic Academy. Oh yeah. What? Abel is taking actual psychic damage.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, and that's when Lance shows up.
He's a good man. The music.
No one's gonna fix Dot's face.
Yeah, you think? Lemon, chill out. Like, yeah, what the fuck?
Hey, you fixed Dot's face!
Yep, thank you.
How kind of you.
You actually lost?
Hi, I could explain.
Oh.
Oh, shit. We got another puppeteer?
I don't
That's
think this
telekinesis.
is special magic. I think he's just raw dogging like his hands to be like, orange juice. Wait. That's like I walked in on something.
Yeah. What?
Yes, and they stick to his crown of thorns.
Incredible.
Oh my god.
Fantastic.
The disrespect. Yeah, give me back the cream puffs. Right.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Something in MASH?
Is he the one they were looking for?
Whatever. So hold on, let me kill this guy.
Very spiky wand. Oh, shit.
Oh, damn. Oh.
Okay. Nah. Don't say that.
Yeah, we can use the handkerchief on them. Yeah. Yeah.
あのキノコ頭寸前で僕に石を投げて軌道をそらしやがった
Fantastic.
And it did nothing but just kind of.
Yeah.
アベルの犬かけなげだな社会の腫れ物でも拾ってもらった恩義
Did you really just make that joke? An eyesore? You took my friend's ability to eat cream puffs with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
おい反抗的だなお前
All right, we got our villain with an oral fixation.
Give you all kinds of shit on there.
Yeah.
そういう年頃なんですか
Are you in that kind of phase?
Fantastic.
I love it.
果たして助けられるかな
Just drawing mass out of a other dimension.
Yeah.
持って生まれた資質が違いすぎる資質母さんはよく僕に言った私たちは
Oh, what was Mother's core message? Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I should think about that again. Yeah.
Huh.
だから
ぼーっとしてるなよアベル
Yeah, and then trying to kill.
カーボレイ
Wow.
アビスもバカだ僕のことなどわざわざかばう必要などなかったのだ
Mash can talk while blocking all this. Because that's all humans want. Yeah.
That's right. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of cream puffs.
Mm-hmm. Empathy, yeah. Right, that's the first step. That's the first step. Then you have to actually practice it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mash did it for your subordinate.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't even do that.
悪魔の目だ逃げろ私に近寄るんじゃないあなたなんか産まなきゃよかった聞いたよ悪魔の目を持っているんだってな
すみません目を合わせないよう注意します
今から僕がその目に意味を持たせると言ってるんだ
逃げてください
Well, this is continuing and not going well. You could like
we could
blow up
tell.
his feet or something, like do something.
You could run and try and get help.
Yeah.
Ooh. Heavy rain.
Mash is just like, I can do this all day.
Yeah. All right,
All
cool.
right, there we go. Yeah, earn your keep here.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Right. And that's the only opening Mash needed.
Sup, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Let's go. Go to hell.
Okay.
Oh. Puff magic.
What is this new kind of magic?
Power magic. Oh no, a mirror dimension. Oh my god, yes,
all right,
the joke makes itself. Let's go.
Thelonious, you were saying?
Oh yes, we magic users. Right.
So will this be something where that will be confirmation for them that he doesn't have magic?
Right, that could actually be bad.
Or will it be something where they think his magic is truly on another plane of existence?
Right. Yes. Yes. Yep. And that time. They all know now. Perfect. I love this. She's drooling. Nothing. Right. She...
Almost, yeah.
Yes, yes. Are you getting recalled?
Okay.
The resonance.
Oh, that is a cool effect. That's
okay.
That's cool. Bye bye. Now return to Huecomundo.
Yes, yes. I was literally thinking.
Yeah.
Cell War. Okay.
And then Mash jumps in, rips him out of the hands, and pulls him back.
Bye bye.
And he did the bye bye. Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
大事には
Good, good, okay.
All right.
Handkerchief was useful. It was not used on Abel. It was used on Abyss Razor.
That's right.
Yeah, right. So this time one of your subordinates taught you something, Abel.
礼を言うマッシュバーンデッドこの借りは必ず返す
Nice.
一件落着ですな。
Yep.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, we need to talk about that.
They can try.
Oh, yeah. Right. We're not come on.
Uh-huh.
そうですね。マッシュ君の経歴に傷がついたら
This is great. Lance doesn't know this though,
Oh.
so they can keep it
yeah.
from Lance too.
私たちも大学
Ah, right. This world is so fucked up that. Oh,
魔法が使えない者がこの学校にいるってなったら大問題だぞ
人形化されてた生徒の意識が戻っていたんだ
Well, that is a problem.
マッシュが魔法を使えないことがついにバレてしまう
All right.
どうするマッシュ
Eat a cream puff.
I
Yeah.
will eat. Try your best, Mash.
Chocolate. Supreme. Love. Oh. Well, we got.
What?
Fantastic.
Yes, please. Of course, it's your father.
ついに見つけました。
What was lost?
Okay.
そうかついに捕まえに行け
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, we've got ourselves the next season set up here.
Yep.
New antagonists, new just organization and such.
Yeah.
And yeah, we Nakamura basically
Everybody.
all of Magia Lupus by just the way in which Abel was able to be like, wait, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, oh,
Why
my
did I not think
subordinate.
about this for the last 10 years?
Yeah, my subordinate like figured it out basically before me even too. The way in which I basically gave them like the ability to have like a connection with me just by the way I was going to use them. Like I was just going to use them as a tool or what have you.
Right.
But that's what people need is actually just to be needed, to be wanted. And
Why did I forget the things that my mother was telling me and
right.
all the times that she's been dead? Yeah.
Right. It is part of my responsibility with my privilege
Right.
to then build those connections.
Yes.
Which is what Mashle's doing, and
Oh, hey.
my gosh,
Yeah.
it's so simple yet so deep. And
Also-
meanwhile, Mashle is just like cream puff.
I gotta
Yes.
say, I love the decision to have Mash just be like, I need to go to the bathroom.
It's so
That is like, okay, so because like there's things like the mirror, right? Where it's
Right.
like, okay, we want people to know that Mash doesn't have magic. You know, we're not going to pull a Merlin
No.
and milk it out
have
for
actual
5
progress with that
seasons,
here.
you know, and all that stuff. No. They know. All right, cool. Why do they know? Well, because there's this very specific MacGuffin that is here that
Yes.
is going to incontrovertibly prove to everyone that Mash does not have magic. Cool. All right. But the fact that, and like, that's like, you know, okay, totally. But then the fact that we use it for like the more innocuous things of just, this dude shows up. He's here to kill Abel. Mash is not the kind of person who would let him just kill Abel.
right.
So how do we make it so that he can properly demonstrate himself being a bad, evil guy? Well, Mash isn't there. He went to the bathroom.
Yep.
Fantastic. And he got some cream puffs while he was at it, so that way we can
Right.
show even
he went
further.
to the bathroom.
Yeah.
We know what you were actually doing.
Look how
Mashle.
fast he is. He's like, you know, just a quick pit stop, you know. Yeah.
Right. No, I'll bet you 100% that he never even went to the bathroom. Bro went immediately back, made cream puffs in the span of about 2 minutes.
Oh no, he's got a special like freezers of cream puffs that are, you know, stockpiled around the school.
Either way,
Yeah.
he gets them and brings them back. And he also brought orange juice because apparently orange cream is his favorite flavor profile.
I mean, it is a delicious flavor combination. I
but
would
orange juice, like
would-
specifically?
Yeah,
like,
I would maybe argue
maybe like orange sherbet ice cream, maybe? But
yeah, the orange juice with cream puffs, I feel like
There's
could
a
maybe
texture issue.
could maybe be improved upon a little bit. Maybe you take a drink of orange juice and then
Let
follow
it fully
with,
swallow.
and then follow it with the cream puff chaser. You know?
Right, because you wouldn't want to do it the other way for texture reasons.
Right, unless you were, well, maybe you could as a way to wash the rest of the cream down your throat if you'd already swallowed the bread.
But it's a milk-based thing, so there would actually be that point that it would actually like congeal and it
curdle
would
kinda.
curdle and not curdle, but it would stick.
Well, no, because no, hang on. Yeah,
Yes,
content
we are
of the
gonna
episode,
talk
all
about
that
this.
stuff. No, Italian sodas exist, and Italian sodas are based on the principle that you take cream and then add to it, syrup
Yes,
and
carbonation
carbonated
is
things.
a thing. Orange juice is not carbonated.
No, right, but the mixing of that still works just fine.
Totally, because of the carbonation. Yeah, if it didn't have the carbonation, then the milk cream puff stuff would form these little like pockets of stuff.
Actually, I'm curious because the orange juice in America is dog shit because
not all of it.
Well, okay.
No, we're not getting necessarily Minute Maid or what have you.
Well,
you know?
okay, but I would love to see like proper orange juice that's just literal like orange juice, right?
With pulp and everything.
Yeah. And then well, not even necessarily with pulp because that could just be filtered out, right? But like if you take that, would that make the mixing with cream then cause it to have a different kind of response than when it's, it
has nothing to do
usual
with
orange juice that you'll find in stores in the US.
Nope.
But
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to test it out.
Yeah. I'm not going to test that out. I don't need to. I already know I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
But that being said, I also like specifically the way Abyss Razor was used here.
Yeah.
I think that of all the Magia Lupus characters, they were the most interesting. They had the most dynamic or I would say most emotionally impactful character reason for things as well, because they're just like Mashle in a lot of ways. This is just a setup that they've got to deal with.
Yep.
And there was nobody there for them. So even though you had only the shittiest choice with Abel there, at the very least Abel wanted you. And it's like, damn, imagine if Mashle had shown up earlier and it's just like, hey, I get that you've got this thing going on, but I honestly am so simple. I don't care about any of that, but you can just hang out with us and eat cream puffs. I don't need you for your power. I don't need you for really anything more than just having some people around.
Another thing that I gotta say I really like here is the fact that they use the speedster to be the one who runs in front of the projectile.
Right.
Because,
even Mashle wasn't fast enough. He could just flip the rock.
Yeah, exactly. While I love maybe certain finales of TV shows that have scarred people running in front of lightning, you can't outrun lightning. That's not how that works, right? So, the idea that it's like, no, this happens with the speedster specifically. Oh, hey, and also the speedster who can get rid of magic. So that's a nice way to be like, hey, that's why they're not even though they weren't here originally, that's why they're not trivializing the fight of just looking at the person and suddenly, oh shit, my magic's gone, Right. Because that would have been really funny though. If it's start to shatter reality and then just portal disappears and he's like, wait, hang on. You have one of those people here.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I'm sorry, Father.
Which, I am curious how that didn't do anything. But that might be just because they were so weakened by the fight.
I'm guessing it's probably one of those things, to give full credit to the show, is that it's a physical thing that's being directly launched.
Yeah.
So, even if you were to use it to stop the person's magic or whatever.
It would be like closing the portals, but it...
Yeah, exactly. They aren't going to make more of these physical projectiles, but there's the one that's already there that is going to spear your friend.
Yeah. So there's no real way to stop it from that regard.
Right.
Yeah.
But
okay. Okay. We've got this very freaky design of a character.
Yep.
Being the son of the leader of Innocent Zero.
Sure.
Who gives off real, immortal antagonist vibes because they looked also very young, just in their look and stuff. So I'm going to go out on a limb. I think I said this during the reaction bit there. But there are Voldemort equivalent here.
Yep.
There's someone that is either doing body hopping or some kind of Horcrux shenanigans, something to keep themselves young or what have you. And MASH was something that they predicted or orchestrated to have someone...
a perfect vessel.
To be a perfect vessel for their antagonist.
Right.
By having them be so ridiculously strong, but have no magic, so that the magic of the leader of Innocent Zero
would not be tarnished or whatever.
Well, it wouldn't override their magic in any way.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it wouldn't be forced to be depowered in any way if they took over that body or something.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of there being an actual in-universe reason for why Mash is as strong as he is. Because, while it's a fun premise and you don't necessarily need to explain the premise and all that stuff.
But you totally could.
But you totally could.
Yeah.
And especially given that we are now going into the direction where it's not going to be a secret.
Right. That means that in a lot of ways we're willing to play with the premise being fluid in this story.
Right.
Like the premise is not how did he do that? It's the, oh my God, he can do that too. You know?
Exactly.
That's kind of fun because, to reference One Punch Man here, like One Punch Man has the whole thing of, we have no idea how he's that strong.
Right.
But it definitely does seem like the kind of show that would eventually explain that kind of thing.
Sure.
And I would say, while this show is a comedy through and through, it is also an action show.
Yeah,
through and through
it
at
is.
this point.
Yeah, that was one of the things with this arc especially, where this arc was far more serious than the other arcs, or the other episodes rather.
Yeah.
Even though there were the tongue-in-cheek jokes and things like that of like,
Absolutely.
hey, we're playing into the conventions and all of that stuff. You're very familiar with these, haha, right? It also did take them like quite seriously.
Right. And that's something where the tonal dissonance is real, but hey, if you keep leaning into the tonal dissonance with the jokes as well,
right,
you can make a pretty dang entertaining show. And then have maybe just a real good handle on the pacing so that none of these fights drag on too long, because that's still the thing that I was worried about coming into this whole arc was that, the whole season is could end up just being fights, and it kind of almost basically was.
And I feel like this episode was actually a pretty good example of the drawbacks of that.
Yeah.
I don't care to see MASH block the same attack, for 5 minutes
straight.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like one of the big benefits from playing into the tropes of a genre and all that stuff and parodying it is that then everyone knows that you're going to do that, right? So you don't have to, because you're doing it in a silly way, you can speed through it, right?
You can go through it really quickly.
You can go through it real quick.
Because basically the audience is trusting you to then follow up on a good punchline, and thus what you then spend the most time on is showcasing
what's
why
the biggest priority.
Well, hold on. Showcasing why this punchline is what you chose, basically. Because you could have Cream Puffs and Mash is Strong be the answer to every problem in this story here, but that would get old eventually. So why don't you showcase a little bit of creativity with not just him being strong and liking Cream Puffs, but why that kind of version of a solution gets used here? Yeah.
Right. And so it's something where I think I'm also still finding the proper balance and vibe for this show. Yeah, the rhythm of it, because having jokes interspersed as kind of the breaking up of the seriousness, that's great. But if the majority of the time is still the serious stuff, that's kind of what feels like is the most important,
Right, yeah.
And then it's more an action show with comedy elements or with parody tones rather than an actual full parody.
Right. And I think that them trying to develop Abel as a character is an example of where this is more an action show with comedy elements than a comedy show with action, like an action skin, basically.
And that's one of the things that I think is also the unique blend that it's doing has some interesting consequences, because you have the, hey, we can introduce all these laughably evil people, right? And be laughably evil, right? Even to the point of MASH being well, that's more the cringe idea of what they're doing, but they're pretty dang awful. But then it's now we're going to give a tragic backstory that I got the sense was actually supposed to be a serious backstory of we have sympathy for the guy, but
not really.
I don't it just feels like a bad joke. Oh yeah, okay, your mother was killed tragically, and yes, I'm sure she was a perfect person, and that completely gives you reason to then turn into however this person you turned into today, but also you're not going to be like that anymore because you got defeated. And so,
well, that's the part where this show is trying to have its cake and eat it, is that all the characters that are important characters are young characters that are going to buck the established norms of things
Right.
through either the comedy of it or their own row fight the power side of things. And that's where MASH is the true convergence of both sides of that. He will continue to be his goofy ass himbo self and ridiculously fucking powerful no matter what context he's in. And yet the show will also start to develop why he is that way.
Yeah, and that'll be fun and cool and yeah, great, because he's the main character. So yeah, let's go into that even more and sure.
And if that means everyone now knows that he's also a character that doesn't have magic, like he's someone that doesn't use magic here, I would love then that to be actually something that's played out within the school setting.
Oh, yeah.
Where the school makes a stance that is anti-establishment with regards to what everything goes here. And then it becomes an actual thing of where the arm of the government maybe even uses something like Innocent Zero to be like, oh no, we're not going to protect the school when they get attacked by the, the Death Eaters, basically.
So that would be super cool.
And the headmaster needs to pull a Dumbledore. Oh no, he dies. You know, we can literally just play out the beats of Harry Potter.
If we do that, I think that can work great.
Oh yeah.
What I think is potentially more likely as a way that they can keep the general structure of the show moving forward is they're like, he must be thrown out. He doesn't have magic. And Wahlberg's like, yes, of course. Whoever would like to come and escort him off the grounds, you're free to do so. And then you have the first few people try, or maybe even there's one
just
it's a
one
weekly
really important
occurrence.
person that comes in and is just like, I'm supposed to take you in, and then after they get thrashed, it's like, yep, we took him out.
Anyone
it's
else?
over.
Yeah.
Well, no, they just write the paperwork and lie. And they're just like, we did it.
Yeah.
It's done.
Sure. That's a great point. I figured it might be a Wahlberg thing of like a standing open order of just, well, he's here. You're free to, arrest him or whatever, and then people just sort of don't. Right. They learn that's a bad idea.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Yeah.
Like maybe even it's somebody that comes in and it's just like, oh no, I was treated so nicely and had cream puffs and orange juice, and now I'm basically like pretending to be going through the process, and they just every once in a while meet up with maybe even Mash's dad and the guy
because they need screen time after all.
Right.
Yeah. More important.
Screen time is more important than work.
Yeah. Right. Or we could have something where then someone is like, all right, we can't strong arm him away from the school. So they lead him with cream puffs, a trail of cream puffs on the floor to lead him out of the school into a jail cell. And then he just
bastards.
Yeah, exactly. And then he just breaks himself out anyways because, the cream puffs ran out.
Right. We can have, I don't know, well, the Kazkaban, like
yeah, exactly.
And
right. Yes.
Yeah. And he just
or Zazkaban.
Yeah.
Stan K or Z. That's how it needs to start. Yeah.
But all in all, let's have our main new villain have his like Eisen moment and disappear through the portal backwards with the hands coming out and grabbing them and everything. The ways in which this show shamelessly references or steals from other things. It keeps me in a very lighthearted mood with regards to the elements of the show that aren't necessarily as parody in the, yes, MASH is strong, MASH loves cream puff side of things. Because to me, what's the best about satire is that you're going to be taking things that, yes, we expect to, have happen, go within the premise and stuff. But then every once in a while, we'll just break the fourth wall. We'll just do something absolutely stupid and just kind of point at that and go, you see what we did there? Yeah, that's great. Yeah.
But,
that's fun.
Oh my God, I just realized.
What?
The signs were there the entire time that Lance was an imposter.
Wait.
He didn't mention his sister.
The whole time?
In this arc. Yeah. I don't think so. There was
Wait.
even the point where he's like,
Wait.
where the exact opportunity showed up in his fight, like after his fight or whatever, of the, you know, having something to fight for or whatever, something like that. And he didn't specifically bring up his sister.
You're kidding me.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, or not chat, viewers, you know, right? Because like I could be wrong, but
I mean,
is that
maybe?
what they were doing to set up the twist? Is that it's
Maybe?
just nope? He doesn't actually mention his sister.
And he uses the gravial magic here.
Right? Yeah. So maybe that is Lance up until that, like after that.
I don't think that's the case. I think if anything, it's just that.
Yeah, I guess the magic is that's the bigger question. Oh yeah,
he's
no, and
even
we did
thinking
actually
about this.
Yeah, he did think about his sister.
It doesn't need
Okay.
to be that deep. I think it's just
Okay.
that. No, they saw.
Yeah, they got split up. So when
Lance gets lost easily. you know?
yeah,
Like,
exactly. He's still
there
down
you
here
go.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the first episode's reaction to season 2, right now though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all next time.